Hello everybody. Today we have another really cool bike that we're going to be cleaning and tuning up. This is a 1989 Fisher CR-7 and there's some extra cool things about these that I'm going to show you. So as I mentioned, this is a 1989 Fisher CR-7. This is before it became Gary Fisher. So it was Fisher mountain bikes. There's the cool old school logo. It's kind of Fisher Day here at the shop because here we have another one that you'll see in a later video. This is a Fisher Monterre. But back to the CR-7. The really cool thing about the CR-7 it is an aluminum main triangle bolted, mechanically joined to a steel rear triangle. So in the early 80s, Richard Cunningham was making bikes under the Mantis brand. He made a Mantis XCR composite. Composite in a different way than we look at it today. It wasn't carbon. It was just using two unlike metals together, steel and aluminum. And he also mechanically joined them like we see on this Fisher. And so the Fisher licensed that technology from Mantis and from Richard Cunningham, and that's how we have the CR-7. So aluminum front triangle, steel rear triangle, mechanically attached through the top tube and into the bottom bracket shell. You'll see there's two bolts right there. So it's really cool, an oversized aluminum 7005 series aluminum front triangle, chromo rear triangle, 1.25 inch threaded headset, so steel fork. So they were trying to get the best of both worlds, the rigidity of aluminum for pedal power transfer, and then the comfort of steel. So yeah, this is a really cool mountain bike with a lot of history in it, and in pretty good shape other than this one boo-boo. But it's not dented. It's just a scuff that someone touched up. But other than that, it's in really good condition. I got it from the original owner. He even gave me the original receipt. So the gentleman ordered this here CR-7 from Mountain Bike Specialist out of Durango, Colorado. Got it in May of '89. He paid $1,389. $40 shipping to ship this bike from Colorado to Minnesota via 2-day air. That's crazy. It's like $150 or more now. So that's cool. And then I also got the little, I don't know if you want to call this a catalog, but little flyer from 1989. There's our CR-7. If we look at the specs here, hopefully that is clear. Headset, Fisher Evolution, that's on here. Drivetrain, Shimano Dior XT, it's all original. Fisher bulge handlebar. There's the handlebar. It's a little faded. Obviously, probably had a computer or something on there. We got the Fisher stem, which is original, as I said. Dior XT. So these are 732 brakes, 732 rear derailleur, 732 front derailleur, 730 crankset, Dior XT pedals, Dior XT hubs, Lace to Araya RM17 rims. Now this rear tire isn't original. This is a specialized tri-cross, and it is a little dry rotting, but we do have the OG Fisher Fat Track up front, which is super cool. Then again, there's our brakes, M732 in the front, M733 brake levers with the hoods. This one's a little worn, but they're in good condition. M732 Dior XT shifters. The customer thought he had swapped out for a turbo, but based on this year's spec sheet, Celitalia turbo is stock. It even has a Shimano seat post lever, and yeah, so everything but the rear tire is original on this. Let's see, grips. So that's a grab on bar end. Grips, Fisher hexagonal grab-ons. Yeah, they're hexagonal. So we got the OG grips, all the drivetrain, the front tire. So the only thing that's not original is the rear tire. That is pretty cool. So the gentleman did race it for multiple seasons. And he actually had some fairly good results locally, he was telling me about. So that's super cool. So, you know, it does have a little bit of scuff, but there's no dent there, so it's going to be okay. I didn't see any other dents, no cracks. We're going to give it a bath and tune it up, but I can tell you I've already ridden it. If you follow my Instagram, you've probably already seen some photos of it. This thing is great. It just needs a little bit of polish and just a check over, and it'll be going up on the site for sale. Even though I love outrides, I already have a frame set of one of these, a 90. So I'm going to build that one up for me because it's in rougher condition and cosmetics don't bother me. And we'll get this one out to some lucky Fisher fan. First step, this thing will wipe down and see. It's not even that dusty. I'm pretty sure the person I bought it from gave it a bath before I picked it up. Gotta get ready for photos. Cleaning is always a good time to be on the lookout for dents and dings. I'm gonna remove this bottle cage. This is a specialized cage, so we're gonna pull that off. And we'll just keep wiping it down, but so far it's looking good. Other than this, you know, paint touch-up spot that I showed you earlier, the frame is in overall good condition. Gonna keep washing it and I'll touch back with any interesting bit. It is cleaning up really well, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, we have this paint chip scuff that's been touched up. Again, paint's not the right color, so kind of my pet peeve. Little bit here on the top tube, you know, nothing crazy. Over here we have a paint chip. I checked all over to make sure there was no cracking, and there isn't, so we're good. And this side looks good. The non-drive side looks good. We've got a little bit of sticker residue I got to get off still, but otherwise, and I need to clean this pedal. Forgot to clean this pedal. And yeah, it's coming along really good. You know, it still has the big old brake lines, and all the housing looks in good shape, so I think we're just going to keep the housing the way it is. The tires, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. They're a little dry rotted. I just need to check it over and tune it, and I think it'll be ready to go. A little bit of mud in the grip that happened. We were out taking photos of it the other day, and it fell over. Doing the magic bike clean, and sometimes they get away from you. So I'm gonna finish cleaning that pedal, and we'll lube the chain, and then we'll run through it and see if it's all mechanically good. But I already test drove it, and it seems really mechanically sound, so there probably isn't much tune work to do. I did, thanks to Old Shovel, I watched his latest video, and he talked about this saddle treatment. I'm now blanking on the name, but I ordered some because I want to treat this saddle. So we're gonna test that stuff out. I can't remember what it was called. But if you watch Old Shovel, his latest video talks about what to treat the saddles with. Okay, so the bike is clean. Just gotta give it a tune up, and I was looking through it, and the first thing I discovered is the stem is stuck. So we need to free the stem and give it some grease. I already greased the seat post, and that was free, but this stem, I already loosened this bolt, but this stem is, she won't budge. Oh, okay, well, I put a little bit more effort into it that time, I guess. But we're gonna pull this out and put some grease in here. I left my trusty tripod at home, so try to do this little one-handed action. Ooh, yeah. Some dirt came out. So we're gonna clean that. We're gonna clean in there and re-grease everything and get this put back together. That'll be good. I'm glad that came out though. I already put grease into the steer, but I like to put a little bit on here also, just so we don't want the shim to get rusted into the frame, so I just like to make sure to coat that in some grease so that it doesn't get stuck again. And then we'll just flip that upright. And again, it's all a little bit trickier with just one hand, but. So that is a 1989 Fisher CR-7. I hope y'all enjoyed this walkthrough, tune-up. It didn't really need much of a tune-up, but this walkthrough of a really cool, classic mountain bike that has a lot of history. Fisher, Richard Cunningham, Gary Fisher, Richard Cunningham, all their kind of, it's all wrapped up in this. So this is kind of a cool piece of mountain bike history. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We have a ton more vintage mountain bike content on our channel, and with more coming all the time. If you're working on a project or you're interested in this bike, check out our website, Gringineer Cycles, at gringineer.com. Tons of parts, bikes, frames, wheel sets, you name it, are up there. New stuff is getting added all the time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.